Warning: the following video will prove once and for all that Jesus was an invented character. After this, there is no return to superstition ever again. Let me introduce to you the book by Abelard Reuchlin, the true authorship of the New Testament. This is the first book ever and the first author ever who has discovered what scientists and scholars have tried to figure out for so long, that who wrote the New Testament. This is just not some other book out there. This book is special. This is the first author ever who has given the first person who can disprove his theory $1,400. The Piso family invented Jesus. Who is the Piso family? The Calpurnius Piso. The Calpurnius Piso family was a Roman family of kings that ruled part of the Roman Empire and Judea at the time of Jesus. People revolted against the Roman kings and didn't want to be ruled by them. So the Roman kings invented Jesus in order to pacify the people in Rome. This is Illuminati's biggest secret. And it is also the biggest secret of the Jews. For the Jews themselves know their history, while we don't. And the Jews use this against us. This video, however, will skip the theory and go directly to the math in order to prove the Piso theory true. For more theory and background, please download or buy the book The True Authorship of the New Testament by Abelard Reuchlin. The link was provided at the first page. Now, look at this chart. What you see before you is the Greek alphabet, the numerical Greek alphabet. And below is the name Calpurnius Piso, written in Greek, with Greek numerals. And the word Calpurnius, when written in Greek, gets to 41 if you count only the first units of each letter. The second word, Piso, spells out to 19 if you count only the first unit of each letter. 41 plus 19 in turn equals to 60. Take the letter K in Calpurnius, and it's actually the 10th letter in the sequence. And P in Piso is the 16th letter in the sequence. 10 plus 16 equals 26. Now, pause the video and make research with your own eyes until you get to the same results. All results are true. If there are any questions or uncertainties or things that does not make sense to you, comment on this video and I will clarify what you have done wrong. For if you do it right, all the results will be same as on this page. Now, the 4 Piso signature numbers are 41, 60, 19, and 26. These are the signatures, numbers of Calpurnius Piso. He left or rather, the Calpurnius Piso family, left signatures as a sign that they wrote the New Testament. They, rather than he, didn't want to be forgotten. Remember, the Calpurnius Piso family was a family of kings, related to their bloodline, the same blood. Now they wanted to be remembered. They left signs that we were the authors of the New Testament. And their secret signs was numbers. Now let's move forward and see if we can find 41, 19, 60, and 26 written in the Bible, in codes. Let's start with chapter Matthew. Matthew chapter 1 says there are 41 generations from Abraham to Jesus, if you do the counting. Ding, ding, ding. Matthew 1:17. Thus there were 14 generations in all from Abraham to David, 14 from David to the exile to Babylon, and 14 from the exile to the Christ. 1 plus 17 plus 14 plus 14 plus 14 equals 60. The name of Calpurnius Piso. Matthew chapter 1 has 25 chapters, or rather 25 verses, equals 26. Now, we have 41, 60, and 26 in one single chapter of Matthew, tied together. Luke chapter 3 has 38 verses. 3 plus 38 equals 41. Luke 3:23 to 3:34, if you count the generations from Jesus to Abraham, you get 57. Chapter 3 plus 57 equals 60. Luke 3:23. 3 plus 23 equals 26. For more about Luke chapter 3, a correction. If we go back again to Luke, chapter 3 of Luke has 38 verses. Now let's move on. John 3:16, also known as the most important passage in the New Testament, spells out to 19. Piso. This video has now proven that the Piso family did in fact write the New Testament, and they left signs of themselves, signatures of themselves in numbers, decoded in the life of Jesus, in his ministries, etc. Now I have only scratched the surface. You may not be convinced by this video, but you will be convinced in more depth if you read the book, The True Authorship of the New Testament. There you will find many more examples, and if you read those examples, you will be convinced. Me too would not be convinced by this video alone, but after having read the book myself, I am convinced. I have only scratched the surface. The Piso family invented Jesus. Calpurnius Piso family were related to the Herod and the Flavian dynasty. They were the main rulers of the Roman Empire and Judea. And as I said, they invented Jesus in order to pacify the Messianic movement, and the rebellious people in Rome. And they did that by reading the Old Testament of the Jews and then inventing a follow-up Messiah for the Jews, and also a Messiah for the rest of people in order to enslave them. More videos like this will come further on.